have in my hands the first ever Tackle Otaku's custom Bento Box. This is a brand new subscription. This is box number 1. We're gonna break it down so you guys know what is in it, why it is in there, and how to use it all. So if you wanna have some fun, let's explore. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined by my buddy CJ. Now, we are breaking down the first ever custom Bento Box. This is our brand new subscription. Many of you guys have been subscribers on the JDM Bento Box, and that went away at the end of last year. This is our brand new quarterly subscription. So this is our new $200 box, $200 worth of stuff. It's once a quarter, and it is fully custom. Everything inside of this box is custom built for this box. So most of these are gonna be one and done, only available in this box. Sometimes we might take a stab at some random things and see if the colors work or don't work, and if everybody loves them, maybe they can become colors in the future. But the star of the show, the Megabass baits, are one and done. This is a program that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. It's just taken me some time to get everybody to agree and on board and capable of doing it. So it just elevates our subscription a little bit more so that you guys know, it's fully custom and exclusive to you guys. So if you're a subscriber, this is what you are going to get. If you're not a subscriber, we do hold a few boxes back to make sure everybody's are delivered, and then we will open those up for non-subscribers as well, and you can snag them up. So I am going to start with the star of the show. Usually I save that for the end, but since this is really going to be the anchor of each box, let's just start with a bang, and that is the Megabass Ito Vision 110 and Pop Max. Now, new this year is instead of just being the 110 and Pop Max, we're also adding 2 extra Megabass baits in the custom color that are going to vary from quarter to quarter based on the color and based on the baits that I want to have in there. Okay, so you're always going to get a 110 and Pop Max, and then you're going to get 2 extra baits, and this month's baits are cool. So this first one was an easy one for me, and if you guys are a subscriber, you're going to notice that there is a theme to this box. Now, not every box is going to have a theme, right? But for the first one, I wanted to have a theme, and the theme is white. It is my favorite color in everything. It's the first color I think of, so it was custom to do. It just made sense to do a white box. So we are starting with a color that I wanted for a really, really long time. Now, you guys know, everybody knows this bait, right? It's a 6-inch mag draft albino pearl shad. Literally, probably the only color in mag draft you need. It's probably the most universal bait and color in their lineup, but for some reason they never made anything else in this color until now. Okay, I introduce SS Albino Pearl Reaction. First time the color's ever been done, and the only time. So you guys are the exclusive owners of SS Albino Pearl Reaction. It was designed after this bait. It's one of my favorite baits of all times. This is how this color came to be, just so you guys understand this color. I told Megabass I wanted albino pearl shad in a hard bait. They created it. We went through several variations of this color to make sure it was right. I wanted to incorporate everything that albino pearl shad is, but we had to change a few things to just elevate the hard bait. So if you notice, albino pearl shad is basically a semi-cloudy transparent white with like a red pearl, right? So we wanted to do the same thing on the hard bait. So we did. So we used the same basic pearlescence with the red hue, but I wanted to elevate it just a little bit. So we took Megabass's ability to use abalone shell, and we incorporated the SS, which is the shell skin. So inside of the paint is an abalone shell kind of pearlescence, and that's going to give it kind of that scale effect, which I feel like on a hard bait is critical. We made the eye a little smoky. We put a little bit of like a Morning Dawn pink hit on the back just for a little flavor. But one of the biggest challenges of this is any of you guys that know, albino pearl shad know that it looks white with red pearl, when the light is on it. But when the light is behind it, it turns kind of a teal blue. And that's kind of one of the magical things about this color is that based on where you are throwing it to the sun, it has two different color shifts. We have the same exact color shift on the hard bait. So if you take this out of the package and you look at it with the light on, it's going to look, white. And if you hold it up to the light, it's going to shift to that teal blue. It's a very, very cool color. And it's a great one for this time of the year, which is why I wanted to start with it, right? Everybody catches them on albino pearl shad. Now you guys can go smoke them on SS albino pearl reaction. It's sexy. Okay, so we are doing it in the 110, which I am showing you now. We are also doing it in the Pop Max. Oof. Okay, so obviously it looks great in the Pop Max. Well, I might as well take it out. Let's just play and have a little bit of fun with this. Okay, so it's in that guy as well. Very, very cool. And then this month, the 2 extra baits that we are doing it in, because everybody's kind of in jerkbait season, we're doing it in the 110 plus 1 junior. This has been our hottest selling bait. I'm a huge fan of the 110, but I know a lot of you guys love the plus 1 junior, so I wanted to be able to deliver you guys something that I thought you would want to use. So it's going to be in the 110 plus 1 junior as well. And then we did it in a special bait that I don't know why this bait doesn't get more love, but the S-Crank 1.5. And of all the 4 baits, this is actually my favorite one. So I've been utilizing this all spring since we've had it and had the samples. They absolutely smoked this thing. I can't wait for you guys to utilize this. If you don't know about the S-Crank, I've got a video, I'll drop a video next week on it, just kind of breaking it down. But basically the S-Crank is an amazing square bill that has a built-in hunt. Okay, so the bait is going to have a built-in kind of hunting action. So even if you're not deflecting it off stuff, it has kind of its own built-in deflection, and it's just a magical bait. The 1.5 is my favorite size. It comes in 3 sizes, but the 1.5 is just the most utility size for all around. So there you go. There are the 4 baits in the special SS albino pearl reaction from Megabass, the Bento Box exclusive. Okay, let's dig through the rest of the box and talk about what's in here. Now, no white box would be fitting without a color that we do custom here called White Walker. Okay, this is a color that we have done in several baits. Kick Knocker, probably the most famous of those baits. So I asked my buddy Hideki if he could do it for us in a frog. Okay, and he did. Now, half of these boxes are going to have the White Walker honker, and half of these boxes are going to have the White Walker sprinker. So we split it up. So half you guys are going to get a sprinker, half you guys are going to get a honker. It is the first ever and a box exclusive White Walker in a frog. And this color is disgusting. Vicky and I were actually out fishing the other day and using this color, and it was so fun to throw just a new color, right? With the white blades. Oh. Yeah, so here you go. What do you think, Griff?
It's dirty.
Yeah. So it looks great in a frog. It's a matte white finish. It's got the full crackle. It's got the little bit of chartreuse hit on the front. The honker is going to come with white feet. The sprinker is going to come with a white tail. So either way you go, you've got a super dope exclusive White Walker frog from Teckle. Staying on White Walker for a second, okay? We talk about the Evoke being one of our favorite square bills. It's really a 4x4 square bill. When I was developing a white, we went through a few different shades of white, and it's like, dude, just do it in White Walker. And it looked so disgusting that that is the next custom color. The Evoke 1.2 in White Walker. Griff?
Open that one.
Okay.
I can take it.
Okay.
Griff's buying all these.
So
open box mine.
there you go. Another Bento Box exclusive, the White Walker in Evoke 1.2. So I did the 1.2 for everybody because this is probably the size that I go back and forth between the 1.2 and the 2.0, but this size should allow everybody, whether you're a boat fisherman, a shore fisherman, no matter how you fish, this will be a great one to have in your arsenal. Again, if you're not familiar with whitewater, it's a matte white with kind of a crackle finish that's kind of like a purplish red underneath, a little bit of chartreuse on the bottom, red on the gill, so super, super dirty. The Evoke 1.2 is literally a four-wheel drive crankbait. You can crank it through anything. Comes standard with Ryugi trebles, so good to go right out of the box. So there you guys go, Depths Evoke 1.2 exclusive color. My friends at Bottom Up have a frog called a scooper frog. It's a really fun bait, and I thought they needed a little shift, more of an albino-ish color. So I had them make a very similar color, but a little bit different to albino pearl shad. This is albino ice, okay? Now you're gonna get a 2-pack. You're gonna get a Scooper Frog Daddy and a Scooper Frog Magnum. I'll talk about how to use these, what to do with them. Let me take the color out so you guys can see it. So albino ice is basically the same concept as albino pearl shad. I kind of used it as the base of the inspiration with that kind of white with that red pearl hue. But then just to make it a little bit different, I went with a transparent, kind of a two-tone, transparent belly with some hologram flake on there. So it breaks the color up a little bit and makes it just a little bit unique, a little bit different, but very, very nice. So this is gonna be a great one. Again, really this time of the year, all through summer, when the shad start spawning, you guys are gonna absolutely destroy them on this thing. So, 2 sizes, like I mentioned, a Daddy and a Magnum. These are made from an elastomer plastic, okay? So they are designed for durability. They're gonna be a high float. So if you rig it on just a standard like EWG style hook, they're going to float and you can kind of just pop them along like a frog. The legs are going to kind of kick back. They'll kick back when you move it, and then they'll coil on the front, so it looks just like a frog kind of moving around. I'd love for you guys to experiment with it. Try it as a jig trailer. Try it on a wobble head. On a wobble head is how they use it a lot in Japan, and they just kind of stroll it subsurface, and as you stroll it, it still has that same kind of kick, and it's a very, very effective bait. So there you go, 2-pack albino ice, the Daddy, and the Magnum, another Bento exclusive. All right, another white color that we do around here a lot is a color called Bonaire, right? And this has been a staple for us for a long time. Started in a slide swimmer. We've done it in a few other baits, but a bait that we've never done it in before is basically my favorite mid-diving crankbait, the OSP Blitz EXDR Bonaire. Only available here in the Bento. So if you guys got it, you have a one-of-a-kind piece. Bonaire is basically kind of a bone white with a really cool kind of color shift where it goes, you know, different pearls. You got a green pearl, you got a purple pearl, and you've got the scale patterning on the side. So just a fantastic all-around crankbait. So now you guys have a really cool white square bill. You have a really cool white S-crank, which is like kind of an in-between square bill. And then you have a cool diving white crankbait as well in the EXDR. So there you go, Bonaire Blitz EXDR exclusively here in the Bento.
God, that's nasty.
Looks good, huh?
That's unfair.
That's gonna get chewed. All right, and then my final 2 baits are actually a departure from the white theme. Another theme that you're gonna see is gonna be prevalent kind of in my life for a while is pandas. So as many of you guys know, my beautiful sister Noriko passed away last month, and Noriko was she was obsessed with pandas. And since she's been gone, I just see pandas everywhere. And pandas are kind of black and white. So I saved the last couple white things and I switched them over to some black to kind of have a little bit of a panda theme. That's why you guys are you're getting both black shifts that we're gonna save for next month's box. But you're gonna get exclusive to this box, Orange Night Tiger from Lucky Craft in a pointer 78DD and an LV 500. Okay, so you're gonna get both. So this is a very similar color to kind of the Megabass Respect Shuriken Tiger that we dropped a while ago. Kind of a little bit different color shift on it. So it is a full matte black On the top, it kind of shifts to this really beautiful kind of bluish purple scale pattern. And on the bottom, it shifts to this kind of really nice orange-ish gold kind of color. So a unique color to have for sure. A killer in like dark water early in the day, late in the day, or anytime where they're feeding on black with a little bit of color hit. So super dope that we get it both in the LV500 as well as the Pointer 78. So enjoy those. They are available exclusively here in the Custom Bento. All right, and that is a wrap. There you go. Box number 1. Fully custom, fully exclusive just for you guys. I hope you love it. If you have questions on any of the baits, how to use them, how to rig them, of course, you can drop questions down below for me. You can find me on Instagram pretty much 24/7. That's why I leave the handle in the beginning of every episode. So holler at me if you guys have questions on anything. But more than anything, you know, these boxes are designed to be exclusive because exclusive is kind of fun, right? I want you guys, whatever you do, whatever makes you happy. If collecting them makes you happy, if using them makes you happy, do whatever works for you. But I would love it if you guys are using them. Tag me, because I want to see the fun. I want to see the enjoyment. And on behalf of myself and CJ and Griff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle guys, as always, thank you for your business. Thank you for your trust in allowing me to put a cool $200 box of custom exclusive tackle together for you guys. The next quarter is already done, so we will be processing that towards the end of June. So look for your renewal invoices, probably end of May, something like that. And then we'll get that thing cranked out at the end of June. That's going to be a really cool one too. I'm excited for you guys to see it. So again, on behalf of all of us, thank you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Enjoy your bentos. Peace.